In previous decades, people themselves use something to prevent them from falling high, especially in construction. Now, we are work to build a high-rise building due to the compact and the demand of people. And thus, the engineers and the laborers of construction must be aware on that particular thing. Because, in fact, there are large number of injuries and accidents occurs, especially during the construction. And most of the number are died due to the falling from high building. Therefore, we as a human and also as an engineer need to think on different level to prevent from that being occurred in another session.
Do you know the accident that mostly happen in construction site is falling from height? There are so many factors or causes for this problem, for this accident. One of it is the labor itself. The labor itself did not follow the rules, the safety of this construction site. And the other reason, the labor may be lack of sleep, and they come to work with fatigue of sleep, lack of sleep, and they feel tired. So, second one is the construction, the site officer. He might make sure all the labor, all the workers follow the rules. The other causes of this accident so is the working place, such as in weather or there are so messy things that will make the workers hard to work. And that is all from me. That is the causes of this accident.
Case study on the case of high safety equipment on the height, or a case study on the recent ongoing project of LRT extension. While a crane was hoisting a very heavy load of construction equipment, a part of the crane had failed and caused the equipment to fall from up and landing on a traffic jam below, causing 2 dies and 1 seriously injured. And this is the most unfortunate event, and it has shocked the nation worldwide. For thus, the increasing of awareness on height equipment to be precaution. Upon research, it is identified that the cause of the accident was a malfunction of the crane by using a non-certified equipment, and also the crane inspector was incompetent enough to operate the crane, whereas poor construction method is used to hoist the equipment. And lastly, due to weather condition, it is advised to do the hoisting work in the good weather condition. Okay,
Number 1 is guardrail system. Guardrail system are barriers erected to prevent workers from falling lower levels. If the employer chooses to use guardrail system to protect the workers from fall, the following provision must be applied. The first one is top rail or equivalent guardrail system members must be 22 inches plus or minus 3 inches above the working level. When working using steel, the top edge of the top rail or equivalent members must be increased amount equal to the height of the stilts. Screen mid-rail smash intermediate vertical members or equivalent intermediate structure system must be installed between the top edge of the guardrail system and the working surface when there are 2 walls or parapets at least 21 inches high.
Determine what responsibilities everyone has for managing fall prevention at the workplace. Okay, for each job, it needs to be decided who has specific responsibilities for particular tasks, so a safe work environment can be maintained at all times. Step 2. Identify all fall hazards. Okay, to comply with the OHS Prevention of Falls Regulations 2003, employers must identify all tasks that involve the possibility of someone falling more than 2 meters. Tasks may include first, construction, demolition, repairs or maintenance on any plant or structure. Second, work on fragile or unstable surfaces. 3. The need for equipment to gain access. 4th, work on sloping or slippery surfaces. And lastly, work near an edge, hole, pit or shaft. And then step 3, assess risk and situation where someone may fall from height. Okay, the nature, size and layout of the workplace, the duration, extent and type of work to be undertaken. For example, is just a visual check required or is install or repair needed? And then how long will the job take? What height will workers be required to access or undertake work? And then training and experience of employees and undertaking the work. For example, are trainers or apprentices involved? And lastly, step 4. What safety measures are needed to prevent a fall or minimize a risk? Okay, where the fall height is greater than 2 meters, the OHS Prevention of Falls Regulation 2003 referred to an order for considering and implement measures. And lastly, requires a duty holder to minimize risk as far as is reasonably practicable.
Oh ya, oh, dah. Syah last.